All right, checking in to see if we are live. Hello, everyone. It is me, Dylan. Ooh, is it working? Is it working on today? Let us say if it is working on today. It is working today. Hello, everyone. It is me, Dylan, and welcome back to Slightly Bitter, the channel where, I'm a bitter motherfucker. I think that's just the best way to open it. So yes, today, I've got a little setup. Ooh, let me get him out of here. Ew, gross. But we are here to talk about the premiere of Big Brother 23. Now, okay, this has been a premiere. Uh, it's been a moment. It's been a moment. Girl, I can't with this fucking show. I'm telling you right now. Okay, here's my thing. I actually really like the season so far. I think there's a lot of good. I think this is gonna be this is gonna be one to remember. Just from the cast, from what's going on the first couple of day of feeds. I have my critiques, of course I do, which we will get to in a minute. But I wanted to say this. Um, I thought this was a better run premiere than Big Brother 22. So I'm going to talk about Big Brother 23 premiere first before I get into my song. Stick around. That's why I went live a little later. At first I was just going to do it off the cuff, but I actually went and wrote down lyrics to this shit. So please stick around for my song. It is going to be good. I might even post it to Twitter later because I'm reading a bitch to filth in this song. But anyway, the premiere. Okay. First things first, if I had to choose 4 people for drafts, because everyone's doing drafts, my draft picks before I saw the season begin, would have been just based on what I said from the first day where I recapped the cast for like 4 hours. Definitely Azah would have been in my pick. Derek X was in my pick. Claire, after seeing her come in, I would have had her on my pick. And then my 4th pick probably would have been, at the time, I forgot who I gave a really good rating to. Honestly, I still am fuzzy on everyone that's in the game. I think I said Hannah was my other pick of someone I really liked. But I'm not sure if I thought she was going to win or not, but I thought Xavier would do well. I don't know, but my picks initially were Azah, Claire, Derek X, and Hannah. Those were like my faves. I like Derek as well. Derek F, the other one. But now seeing these people play, obviously I have a lot of different opinions. Okay, so far, just based on those intros, which, by the way, I didn't get to see the second and third groups. I didn't get to see the second and third groups intro videos, so I definitely need to go back and watch that and see what they fucking talked about to get a better idea of their personality. I was not home when the premiere was going on. However, from what we've seen on the show so far and the live feeds, Alyssa has basically done what I thought she was going to do, which is nothing. So my opinion on her has not changed. Azah, my opinion has not changed on her. All I needed to know from her was that first confessional she did. I'm throwing this competition because I want to target whoever wins it. And if you watch that premiere, Azah had that. She had the puzzle solved, and then she undid it. Like, Azah threw that challenge point blank in the period. I think she could have won it. So Azah is already proving to be the cutthroat player that I think that she was going to be. And her name has not gone out at all. It's probably because she has immunity. But she's really under the radar, and no one seems to have any ill feelings of her yet. But then again, it is only day 2. But I mean, the house has been playing like it's fucking day 44. Brent has been the douchebag I thought he was going to be. Brittany has been kooky, teaching TikTok dances, but she hasn't been getting on people's nerves the way I thought she would. I'm thinking it's because of Frenchie's fucking... We'll get to that asshole. Christian, I've not cared for him. Claire, I've actually liked Claire, and Claire did what I wanted her to do, which was after she came so close to winning that head of household, she's laid low. No one has really been talking about Claire, even as a nomination option. They've just kind of just like let her go, and I think Claire has proven that she's a strong threat. She solved that puzzle so fucking quickly. She solved it quicker than any other player. Claire is a threat, clearly, and she's someone to look at this first week, but Claire's not even in mention. She's not even in mention. Derek F. I really like Derek F. from his intro video. My thing with Derek was, why the fuck was he moving so slow during that HOH competition? And when I say move slow, he literally had the puzzle solved. And if he had just not graciously walked to the buzzer, oh, I got it, let me tap. If he would have just fucking been like, bam, he would have beaten Frenchie. So that kind of pissed me off, but Derek, I've been living for him both on the feeds and in the episode. Derek X, or I'm just going to call him DX, like Disney XD, DX, is the target this week. Spoiler. Well, y'all are feed watchers, I would assume, or else you wouldn't click on this video. But yeah, DX is in trouble, and honestly, DX has really disappointed me. He's giving frat bro energy. I was not, prepared for that. I thought that, he'd be a little more mature. But like, I don't understand this energy of wanting a sausage fest in the house. I don't get that. But it's not my cup of tea. I'm not him. So, Frenchie. You know what? I have a lot to say about him, but I feel like we got to get to the feeds to really unpack all of that. Hannah has not really made an impact this week, but for her, I think it's good. Hannah's game, I think she's going to come out the woodwork when she wins a competition or when it's time for her to play. Right now, she doesn't really have a reason to do anything. I mean, Frenchie's doing enough for the whole house. So, no, I am not angry at her really fading into the background right now. I think she will come to play. It's just right now there's no reason to play, and I'm not mad about that. Kylan's another one that hasn't really given me anything. He's been included in some conversations, but he's not really giving anything. But then again, he doesn't need to. Sarah, I live for Sarah. The fact that Sarah has the brains to say, well, if you're putting me on the block as a pawn, obviously I'm expendable to your game, so how are we working together? I live for her. I like her. She's going to be like a better version of Nicole Anthony, I can tell. Tiffany has exceeded my expectations. I had a feeling that she was either going to be really good or really bad, and she's giving me really good energy right now. She, so far, to me, is playing the best game. The fact that she's been included in so many alliances, everyone wants to work with her, and no one in the house dislikes her, and she was on Frenchie, she was close to Frenchie from like the first day, and the fact that she's already maneuvered her way out of that sinking ship is impressive, and I think Tiffany is going to be a force to be reckoned with. I really hope that she doesn't get a target on her back some point down the line, because I think she has what it takes to go really far. Also, I found out she's one of us. She's one of our Stan Twitter people. She just has her account on the DL, which I love. Travis can go fuck himself. Whitney has surprised me, actually. Whitney has been doing pretty well for herself, and she's another one that's a tough cookie. And I like to see the older people trying to watch out for each other. But yeah, maybe I won't lose in that draft pick that I got put in without my consent. Xavier's another one that's been kind of in the action. I don't really know his personality. All I really know about his gameplay right now is that him and Alyssa have been shacking it up, which, again, I think I mentioned this earlier on my, yesterday during my semi-formal live where I said that I would take out the showmances first. Xavier and Alyssa would be on the block right now if I was HOH, and there would be no question about it, just because the boys are going after each other. They want each other out the game. If there's a potential showmance, we're nipping that in the butt immediately. And I think Xavier and Alyssa have potential to go far in the game, so I'm good on that. So that's my quick thoughts on the house guests. So the premiere, I actually like this idea of having the competition. Is this the live move-in that we've wanted? No, but for anyone that watched the live move-in during BBOTT, it was fucking boring. I'll say that one more time for the people that just walked in. It was fucking boring. So, no, I don't need a live move-in where they're just, standing around being like, hi, oh my gosh, nice to meet you, oh my gosh, I'm Brittany, No, I don't really need to watch that. So them going to a competition, I'm fine with, because Big Brother always wants to have something during the premiere, which I can relate to. For my game, I always like to have some kind of gag during the premiere where they're voting for each other or someone gets eliminated or blah, blah, blah. But I like this better because this way we don't need to eliminate someone in hour 2, looks at Jody. This way we don't need to eliminate someone that probably went through months of application, maybe quit their job, put their family on the line, put their whole life on hold for 3 months. We don't have to see them go home before one day has even gone up in the Big Brother house. So I'm here for that. I would rather watch a shitty ass competition or fucking 5 shitty ass competitions on my screen for 1 hour or 2 hours or however long that shit was, instead of watching someone go home for no fucking reason within hour 1. Even if it's someone that I wouldn't necessarily care for on the show, like if Christian would have went home first, I would much rather see them get a fair shot in the game, just because I think it's bullshit that someone can go home literally right as they walk in the door after all of that application process, because it's not easy to get on Big Brother, let alone to go through the casting process to begin with. Or it's not easy to go through the casting process, let alone to actually get on the fucking show. With all the COVID tests and the quarantining, it'd be such bullshit. And I feel so bad for Jody and Glenn and Cameron and even David bitch-ass, who I really don't like. I feel bad for all of them, because it's like, you didn't even get a chance in the fucking game. So, this premiere, I like that they did a new challenge. I thought this challenge was cool. I thought it was fair. Last season, what really pissed me off about the premiere was that it was heavily weighted in favor of the men, because the men all had much easier pads for their pinball. And on top of that, it was a really heavy machine, and men have more upper body strength than women. That's not an opinion, that's a fact. Men and women are built differently. Women have more lower body strength, whereas men have more upper body strength. That's why we have more broader arms. So it is inherently unfair to do a competition like that when it's a qualifier. It's inherently unfair to do that. That's why only Nicole Anthony and who else? It was Nicole Anthony and it was Christmas. Ugh. I knew it was another woman I didn't like from that season, but that's why only those two did it. So I was about to say some shit about Christmas that I shouldn't say, because I don't know if it's a fact or not. So let me not say that. Anyway, y'all wouldn't care. Y'all don't like Christmas. Anyway, I thought this was a pretty good comp. So the winners were, I didn't really get to see when Christian won, but I did get to see the other ones. Why were the guys going so nonchalant with this fucking competition? It was weird. It was really weird to watch it. You're doing a challenge for what Julie says is power in the fucking game. It's not just HOH. She said influence the course of the game. That means that this is an important competition. This could cement you not being a first boot. And these guys are acting like it's fucking happy hour and like it's a nice daily stroll in the park. Like, what are y'all fucking doing? Like, Derek is like, oh, I think I might have it. Okay, let me walk. Like it's a goddamn runway. And then he goes, oh, I'm wrong. Okay, let me walk back. Okay, well. And then you got Frenchie ass. He's like, oh, did I get it? Oh, did I get it? All right, well, let me walk. And his bitch ass too, even though he looks like he's fucking cracked out, trying to get this fucking puzzle together, even he's walking like it's a goddamn runway. Like, what? Do you not remember, bitch? It's a fucking race? Do you not remember it's a goddamn race? What is happening on this day, in this hour, in this century? I didn't understand that. That confused me. I was confuzzled. I was confusion. I did not understand it. So Frenchie won the first comp. I wanted Derek to win, to be honest, but I wasn't mad Frenchie won at the time, because Frenchie was the older player. I mean, he's in his 30s. He's not old by any means, but compared to these other players, he's the old one. And no shade, he looks older than Tiffany. He looks like the older one. He looks like he's in his 40s. Well, he's almost in his 40s, but like near 50s. Like, no shade, Frenchie. Well, I guess shade. Well, the whole second half of this video is going to be shade. But, no, like, I wasn't mad that an older person won, just because, I mean, as we've seen, older people, minorities, and women tend to be the first boots. So I was here for a change up, but I would have preferred Derek F winning it. And that's just me. And that's because he's one of my people, I feel. You know, he's like, I feel like I would hang out with Derek in the real world. And I would be here for there's only 2 LGBT in the house, right? I saw some people say Kyland is LGBT, but I'm not sure. Oh, Claire's LGBT too, because she's the B in the LGBT. But yeah, I would have liked Derek too, because you know what? There aren't a lot of house guests that we get like Derek. there aren't a lot. We don't normally get, number one, we usually don't get house plus size house guests to begin with. I mean, was there any plus size house guests last season? We don't usually get a plus size house guest. On top of that, we normally don't get a black plus size house guest. We usually don't get a black plus size gay man on television. So it would have been nice to have Derek F in a position of power. That's just my opinion, on top of the fact that I really like him. So that's just my opinion. Take it or leave it. But Frenchie winning, I wasn't mad at it because, again, it's not a fucking young, athletic fucking white boy taking the comp. So the next winner was, who was it? Oh, Claire. Claire was the next winner. I was happy Claire won because I really feel like Claire, it was Claire, right? Or did Claire win the second one? Y'all, I really don't remember. I was at a fucking kosher deli when the situation was going on. I was eating my matzo ball and my pastrami. I was not paying attention to this shit. But I know Claire, Whitney, and Christian were the winners. Azah threw that shit. I forgot who. I thought Tiffany was going to win that because Tiffany was getting really close. But yeah, I was happy Claire won because Claire is going to be the one to do us justice. I feel like Frenchie is going to do the online Big Brother community a disservice, but I think Claire actually has potential to do really well in the game. That's just my opinion. I think Claire could really... someone said, what the fuck is going on? LOL. Frenchie is telling Derek X right now on the feeds. What? Girl, what? Oh, am I going to have to rewatch that? Oh, okay. I might have to go back to that. But not to get off topic, but oh, fuck, what was I saying? Oh, I think that Claire actually could do some damage in the game. I think Claire's a smart girl. The fact that she did really well in those competitions, like she fucking killed them. She killed those competitions. She came really close to winning it. And I think the fact that she's laid low, she's made friends. I think she has a lot to prove being a last-minute replacement. I think that she has that heat on her, even though she's not saying anything. And I think she could do pretty well in the game, and I hope she does. Christian, I have no fucking opinion on that fucking asshole douchebag. And then Whitney, I don't really have an opinion on her. Like, I don't know. She's a single mom. Dope. I don't know. I really need to see more of her before I have an opinion. I remember she said something on the feeds and I like her, and she's doing pretty well alliance-wise, and I like that she's not shacking up with some young guy yet. However, I have a feeling that she's going to. But yeah, the second competition was basically, if you guys watch BB18, it was that comp where they had to stack things, which took like an hour, but I guess they made it easier this time around. So this is a recycled competition, but people probably don't remember it. And I mean, it was used in a roadkill comp. It's not a veto or an HOH, so I wasn't mad to see it back. And I mean, it's not like it's a comp we've seen a million times. We've only seen it like once. So the teams. Okay, firstly, I was really disappointed by this twist because the way that they framed it was that we were going to see their, like, strategy. Like, what I thought was going to happen was we were going to see them, like, these four people were going to go into the diary room and they each were going to get a chance to see, like, these people's interviews. Like, they could ask, like, okay, what is their strategy going into the game? Because that's what they told us. They said we can see their strategy, we can see this, we can see that. All we got was, like, fun facts. Like, facts that you would tell at a fucking icebreaker thing in health class. Like, that's all we got. It was bare minimum. It told us nothing about them. It was all personal. It was not strategy, and it didn't really give anyone an upper hand because the whole house got to see it. It was kind of pointless that you got to win the team comp. Like, oh, who am I going to pick? The guy that fucking donates to the hungry or the surfer dude? Obviously, you're going to pick the guy that donates to the hungry or else you're going to look like a fucking asshole. So I was kind of let down by that because I feel like it was a missed opportunity, although I do feel like it is kind of bullshit to show people's interviews where, you know, they're filtering, they're unfiltered. But like that would have made this actually interesting. Like, let them ask one question about each person and then they get to pick from that, and that's it. I think that would have made it a lot more interesting. And that way there wouldn't have been pressure by being in public to pick it. And also people wouldn't know who knows what. It would complicate the game. And I think that's one of the ways that it's cool to complicate the game. I'm not really here for powers or like idols or any of that bullshit, but complicating the game like that, where, okay, now you know someone's strategy and they don't know that you know, I think it makes the game more interesting. And I wish that that's what they would have done. The team picking was really arbitrary. I didn't really have an opinion on it. We've seen this shit like a million times by now. It was in 14, 18, and now in this. It wasn't in 11 because that was pre-picked. But yeah, I think this is so dumb. To be honest with you, I'm not a fan of the teams twist because all it does is it prohibits the HOH winner from nominating people on their team. It gives, Frank and Paulie got free rides on their season. Frank got a free ride. Frank never won an HOH, but they never could nominate him because Paulie was HOH or Bridget was HOH. So he just like never could be nominated. So he made it all the way to top 12. It's just not like, I have never seen an alliance formed because they were all on the same team. The only time that happened was in season 11 when the cliques actually did stick together, but that didn't even last for too fucking long. So I don't know, these teams are kind of pointless in my opinion, and I think they will prove to be pointless because as of now no one has talked about their teams. Like pretty much no one's talked about their teams, and if they have, it's not about aligning with them, it's about just keeping them around because they could win challenges to keep you immune. I don't know. It's just really a dumb idea. Like they need to stop with this stupid shit. But it could have been worse. Frenchie with the dice comp. I thought it was really weird that Frenchie didn't just, do bad because he got it. Like, why were you trying so hard to get the dice? Like, you basically just won 3 comps in front of these people. I didn't get that. If I were him, I would have just not fucking done it. I would have just been like, okay, here's the 45 seconds. And I would have sat down and just been like, what about it? I'm filling up your time. Why are you going to show these people that you're good, at a fast comp like that? Why? Now you've done you've done a whatchamacallit. You've done a mental comp. You've done 2 mental comps, and you've done a fucking physical comp. Because that was a physical comp. You had to keep throwing the dice until you landed on the board. Why would you show that why would you win 3 fucking challenges? It was weird. But I like the sentiment of, no, I don't want your twist. I don't need that. I'm good. I liked that part of it. But again, there was no fucking point. If you're just going to win it regardless, do bad at it. Lower your target. So that was all that we got in the episode. So let's get to the feeds. All right, the feeds. The feeds have been a fucking disaster. The feeds have been a disaster. We're literally only in the house for barely 48 hours. Barely 48 hours. I forgot it's 12. I'm so used to talking to y'all at midnight. I'm thinking it's midnight right now, but it's the middle of the day. But we're not even 48 hours in. Already 15 alliances are being made, showmances, targets are put out there. I'm living for it. But what the fuck is going on? It's clear it's clear all these people are fans, with the exception of, I think, DX. I think the rest of these people are fans of the show, which I love. I love that they put fans on the show. I love it. They've been talking shit about past seasons. They're all trying to play the game hard, but y'all need to tone it down. It's crazy that Brittany, who I expected to be a first boot, who is clearly the loudmouth, is playing one of the most subdued games in the house. She's one of the people that's not really putting herself out there in a bad way. She's playing one of the more covert games. Brittany, martial arts, hiya! Brittany, the one that was in that video going, ah! Brittany is one of the quiet ones, teaching TikTok dances. That's what you do. You be quirky Brittany. You teach them TikTok dances in the background. Oh yeah, do the whoa. Can I get a whoa? Can I get another whoa? You do that shit. You just be likable. You be charming, personable, and that way people will get used to you so you won't be annoying and be an early boot. I think her having immunity definitely is helping her. Because Britney's the type of person that either gets on people's nerves the first week and gets booted, or people get to love and get used to, and then they keep her around for a long time because they don't think she's a threat. I think she could win some comps. But, yeah. Another one that's impressing me is Claire. Like I said, she's playing a subdued game, but she's making those connections. Right now, I think the person playing the best game is Tiffany, hands down. Tiffany is in alliances. Everyone wants to work with her. No one's targeting her. She knows what's going on, and she's trying to keep DX in the game. I don't understand why, if I'm being honest with you, because DX has made it clear he wants to bro it out, which is so fucking weird for me to see him wanting to bro it out. Like, it's really disappointing me. But no, Tiffany has recovered perfectly because she was really tight with Frenchie and people were seeing it, and she already has jumped ship as she should, and now I think that she won't be a target next week. I really am digging Tiffany. I had a feeling I would. I just want to see her keep killing it. I love it. Another one that has impressed me is Brent, which sickens me to say. The fact that Brent was able to get the target off his back and mind fuck Frenchie into not going after him is bewildering to me, because Frenchie had this whole fucking idea, and I will be reading him in my song about this. And I'm going to talk about this, okay? Frenchie is fucking performative. He is giving all the Tyler Crispy vibes. For any house guest, for any potential house guest in the future, do not make a promise you can't keep. If you're going to promise the house and the world, you're not making a promise just to the house. You're making a promise to the public. You're on fucking television. You're on feeds 24/7. You're making a promise that you are not nominating a woman or a minority because of, what's happened in the past. If you can't fulfill that obligation, bitch, don't fucking make it. I'm not shading him because he's going after DX. I don't think it's a bad move. DX wants to bro it out. We don't want that in this game. DX and Frenchie are not going to work together. DX is a smart player, and I do think that if he sticks around, he could do very well. I don't think it's a bad move to go after DX. However, if you're going to put the president out there, if you're going to put that president out there that you don't want a minority or a woman on the block, let alone out the door, when you 24 hours later go against it, it looks fake as fuck. And to me, this is what it gives. It's giving me, I'm not going to say the motherfucker's name, but from the org community, it gives that guy that loves to be like, oh, look at me. I had HOH and I didn't nominate a minority or a woman. I'm an SJW. But at the same time, you're an all-white alliance working with all the boys. Because Frenchie has this whole mindset of, oh, I want the white men out the game. But the second that that Brent and fucking Christian go up to his room and suck his dick, not literally, metaphorically, but suck his dick and make him feel good, he's all on the hype train now, wanting to have a fucking 5-person male alliance. What happened? What happened? What got lost in translation? Is Brent's name Brenda now? Is Christian's name Christina? Did I miss something? Did I miss something? What happened? What happened? And again, I'm not knocking him for wanting to make a male alliance. I don't fucking care. If you're a good player, go for it. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not going to be rooting for your ass. I don't want to see another male alliance run the game because we've seen it season after season and it's fucking boring to watch, especially when most of the people that you want in your alliance are goddamn tools, which I'll get to. My apologies to my Christian viewers for me saying God, taking his name in vain, because I am very aware that I might have Christian viewers. But no, I'm not going to root for you. But again, I'm not going to hold it against you if you are targeting a fucking minority or a woman if there's a valid reason. There's not a fucking valid reason, though. And this is why I say he's performative. It took no persuasion, because Brent and Christian are no Dan Giesling or strategic masterminds. It took little to no persuasion to get Frenchie on the Brent and Christian train. However, now he's looking at Kylan and Xavier, who have gone above and beyond to be very friendly to Frenchie, and now they're in his crosshairs. It kind of looks shady, and to me, the real personality is jumping out. The difference is when you're on Twitter and when you're in an org, you can hide the real you because you're only showing us what you want to show us. You're not on 24/7 surveillance. You're only showing us when you're on camera. When you're on Big Brother, you can't fucking do that. You're in a house 24/7. You're going to gravitate towards the people that you're genuinely going to gravitate towards in your real life, or the people that you subconsciously want to work with. And to me, the fact that he's gravitating towards the bros, the white guys, and no shade, the real you is coming out, and it's showing how performative you are. And I don't mean to shit on him this much. I'm not calling him a racist. I'm not trying to make him out to be some terrible person. I'm just stating the fucking facts that I think that this whole stunt of being like, I'm not nominating a woman or a minority was performative. I think he was doing it because he's a big part of Twitter, of Stan Twitter. He's been a part of the community for a long time. He's big into it. He knows how Stan Twitter is. He knows how Stan Twitter is, and he knows the way for him to be liked and appeased and be rooted for and for people to stan him is if he goes after the white men. But I don't think he's going to do it. And I'm trying to be as delicate when I say this because I don't want to be too, I don't want to be too, I'm not trying to be edgy when I'm saying this. I'm just really stating the facts. And facts are facts, America, that you're going to show your hand when you're on 24/7 surveillance. And that's just my opinion on it, that he's been performative. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I'm probably going to have so many dislikes on this video, but I'm just stating facts. I think Frenchie has been performative in the game, and you are the company that you keep, and I think that his true colors will show. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that we see Brent on the block and we see Travis on the block. I hope that he doesn't go back on his word. I hope that he actually goes through with what he said he was going to do, because I'm rooting for right now. I'm rooting for Tiffany. I'm rooting for Sarah. I'm rooting for Claire. I'm rooting for Derek F. I like Brittany, surprisingly. I like Xavier. I like Hannah. I like Azah. I like those people. Really, the only people I don't like are Brent, Travis, and Christian. Those are really the only ones I don't. And I don't like Frenchie either. And Derek X is getting on my nerves as well. That's just the tea. But I wanted to put it out there that I feel like Frenchie is fucking performative. And it is what it is. But besides the performance art that he has been putting on, let me see what some of y'all are saying. I can't stand Frenchie. I don't think he's targeting DX anymore. I don't think he is either, because I think he wants to work with the men now. I feel like Alyssa's going to be a casualty. Okay, well, that actually brings me to my point. Now, what I'm hearing he's going to do is nom Alyssa. He would have done Xavier, but Xavier has immunity, which that's a whole other situation. I don't know what the fuck this wild card shit is, but apparently Christian and Xavier are safe. I think he's going to put up Alyssa and Travis potentially. And then try to do a Derek X backdoor. That's what I could see happening, just because he's all the way up Brent's ass right now. He's all the way up Brent's ass. So he might do Alyssa and Travis with the intention of doing Alyssa if noms stay the same and DX if there's a backdoor. Let me just say this about a backdoor. Backdoors are fucking pointless at certain parts in the game. It's the first week. A backdoor is pointless the first week. The POV is very, very rarely used the first week of the game, unless the veto holder is on the block. There's only 2 instances I can think of in my head where the veto was used during the first week. Big Brother 17, when the whole house was against Jace and they backdoored him. And Big Brother 11, when Lydia was vetoed And what did they do? They backdoored Brayden. Oh, and the very first veto ceremony where Jerry vetoed Marcellus. Other than that, you aren't gonna see someone getting vetoed that first week. So because no one wants blood on their hands. So to me, it's really pointless and showboaty to do a backdoor the first week unless someone has shown they're really good in comps. Jace was really good in that first HOH. Derek does not look like someone that's going to fucking steamroll a fucking competition. No shade. He's not buff, athletic. Like, you're not going to have to worry about him in a physical competition. I'm not saying you don't have to worry about him, but when you compare it to a Brent and a Travis, I don't think so. And Frenchie, you've already won 3 fucking competitions. Like, seriously, fuck off. I just don't think that it's practical to backdoor someone the very first week because it makes you look like you're playing really fucking fast. It makes it look like you are trying way too goddamn hard. Oh, Azah just tweeted something. I love Frenchie, but the thing is he's playing for Twitter and the audience. Thank you, Azah. Thank you, Azah. I'm looking through Twitter right now. Azah's got him clocked. That's what he's doing. He's playing for Twitter and the audience. To anyone that is watching right now that may want to go on Big Brother in the future, maybe you're a super fan and you watch all the podcasts. You're on Twitter all the time. You're watching the feeds. And you want to potentially go on Big Brother. Don't play for the audience. I'm going to say it one more time. Don't play for the audience. We want to see you play the game. We want to see you play it hard. We don't want you to be saying what we want to hear. We don't want you to be going after people because you think it's who we'll like. If you're going to nom people that we don't like, of course we're going to be happy. But we love Janelle because Janelle is herself. Janelle's unapologetically herself. She's not putting on an act. She's not doing things so people will like her. She's just doing it because that's who she is. Same thing with Dr. Will. Same thing with Davon. Like, these people are fan favorites because they're themselves. They're not doing things to be liked. They're doing it because that's who they fucking are. Okay, so there's another good example. So I just, no. Like, just play the goddamn game. Just play the fucking game. So, besides the performative and the pandering, my issue with Frenchie is that he's just not playing a good game. I think going for the first HOH is an amazing move. It's a great move because you're forced to be in game conversations the first week, which is pivotal because the first week is when alliances are formed, enemies are formed, and targets are formed. And if you are keeping people safe, they're less likely to want to go after you. It also gives you the opportunity to get information. People are going to be giving you all their tea. They're going to be sucking up to you, trying to be your BFF, and so they don't go on the block because no one wants to be first boot. No one wants to be the first boot of Big Brother. So being HOH the first week is a great position. However, it's not so great when you're making a target out of yourself. It's your job as HOH not to give information, to get information. As head of household, it's the job of the other house guests to keep themselves safe by giving you tea. All you got to do is sit on your ass, make a nomination that's going to benefit you. He has 3 days to find this out because he's not making noms till, I don't know when, but he has a pretty decent amount of time to make these noms. Frenchie should have you just won 3 competitions. Lay fucking low. Frenchie should have just been like, okay, I won 3 comps. I made myself a known target. I made myself a known threat. I'm one of the older guys. I'm a farmer. I don't fit in with this crowd. I'm going to be the likable old guy. I'm not going to let people know I am a gamer because I don't want people to think I'm a threat. I've already won comps, and I'm going to get information from these kids. What you don't do is eavesdrop on the other house guests, like Julie says. I know Julie tells you to do it, but don't do it. Day 2. You better not, as Rennie would say. Don't eavesdrop on the other fucking house guests. to the point where Tiffany catches you, someone that you're supposed to be close allies with. Now she probably doesn't want to work with you. Throw every single possible person under the bus. Ask for a pawn. You're asking for a pawn. Not only are you asking for a pawn, you're asking the same people that you promised safety. The same people that you promised safety, you are now asking to be a pawn. You can't do that, baby. You can't do that. You can't do that. Because it makes you a fucking liar. And it also tells those people that you don't really have their back. Point blank in the period, if someone is willing to put you on the block, you are expendable to their game. And when Frenchie was trying to say, oh, it showed me that they really don't trust me. It doesn't matter if they trust you. At the end of the day, how are they supposed to trust you when you're putting them in danger? Did he forget that once noms are over, once veto is over, you have no power. Your power's gone. You become the least powerful house guest because there is no tiebreaker vote this week. There are 13 votes. You have no say. Your reign is done. Not only is your reign done, you can't even compete in HOH next week. You are the least important person in the house after nominations are over after the veto. Once veto is complete, no one cares about you. So no, it's not about trusting you. It's about trusting the house. You are building trust by not putting them on the block. It's week fucking 1. You don't need a pawn the first week. If I was in Frenchie's position, I would be using my time to have one-on-ones with each house guest. I would say, hey guys, I did this when I was in my Big Brother game. Hey guys, this is going to be really stressful. I'm wishing everyone best of luck. I want to give everyone a chance to do a one-on-one with me so I can get to know all of you and make a rational decision. That way I can get to know everyone. I can see who I like. I can see who I dislike. I can see who I connect with, who's going to be a strong player. Because when you have like an hour with each person, it takes up your whole day, and it keeps you occupied. I feel like a lot of house guests start drama because they're bored, because they have nothing better to do. So, sorry, I was just seeing a tweet, but that sounded so weird. Who is Dylan? Oh, I literally thought that I was getting tweeted at, but because someone named Dylan was on this thing. But no, when you are first HOH, you are supposed to be getting information, not giving it. And Frenchie's been spilling so much tea, making so many alliances. Have these people... I would not make an alliance, a big alliance, until like day 2, day 3. Day 3, I would say. Like, not the first fucking day, because the first day it's not going to stick. Make a close connection that first day. Figure out who you want as your final 2 that first day. Figure out a final 3 even that first day, and then build off of that. The way that level 6 and these other alliances were formed was that there was a core 2 or a core 3, and each person brought in another person. Fucking Tyler brought in Casey, and then who else? And then it was like Angela brought in Rachel, and then Brett brought in Winston, and that was how they became a 6. Like, you don't just bring people into a room and like, okay, we're an alliance, bam. Because people are going to have to go with it, because at this point, they're going to have to say yes to every alliance. And if you're going to make an alliance, like, keep it on the DL. Don't make 50. Don't make 50 to the point where you're in alliance with everybody, to the point where who are you going to nom? What options are there? It's just really weird gameplay. It's playing too hard, too fast, and it's going to catch up to him. And what's crazy is that people still want to work with him. They still are holding on to, I really like Frenchie, but he's just, I don't know if I can trust him. Like, he's just like he needs to just be like, guys, I am sorry. I was playing really hard because this is my dream. I love this game. And I just wilded out, and I really hope I didn't screw my chances. I'm sorry. He needs to say this to his allies, or his possible allies. This is what Audrey didn't do. Audrey should have apologized. She should have been like, look, this is just, I really was excited to play. I just needed to, like, I was just playing too hard, too fast. Like, I hope I can get a second chance. Like, I'm not going to do it. And then keep your mouth shut. Did I lie? Did I fucking lie? No. So Frenchie needs to tone it down and regain some allies before his HOH is over and make the right move with his nominations. If not, he's going to be gone next week unless he wins the veto. But it also really does depend on who wins. I do feel like certain people might not nom him. But anyway, Christian won the wild card, and apparently he picked Christian for safety, or at least that's what I'm assuming. I don't know. I don't really fucking care. Other than that, Alyssa and Xavier are a potential showmance. I just don't really know anything about these people, and I've seen very little of the feeds, so it's like I don't really fucking care. All I know is that Tiffany's rebounding good. There's so many alliances going on. We don't know what's solid yet. We're not really going to know what's going on in the game, I don't think, until after this eviction, when we see how people are voting. I really hope that no one... I saw someone, I think it was Derek F., said some bullshit of, oh, we need to just do what the HOH wants. We need to go back to basics. If anyone says that, I'm immediately taking away my stand card for them. I'm not here for that. If anyone said that to me, I would say, fuck you, you're going home next. Don't play what the HOH wants. If you're here to play the HOH wants and not for yourself, then get the fuck out. I'm not here to watch people hand a week to someone. Yeah, you're HOH. You get to decide who's on the block, but we as the house decide who goes home. You had the power to put people on the block. Now it's our job to decide who goes home. I'm sick of this bullshit where people are just like, we need to do what the HOH says. What? Is the HOH your fucking mom and dad? If you don't do what they say, you're gonna get fucking grounded? I'm over this shit. If you're not coming to Big Brother to play and do what's best for your game, don't sign the fuck up. But I only heard it once. Hopefully I don't hear it again. Because if I hear that shit again, I'm going to lose it. Don't do what the HOH wants. In fact, do the opposite. Put them in the worst position. What are they going to do? They can't compete next week. I hope that we got Derek and Alyssa on the block. Derek X. And then Tiffany flips the vote. Derek X is still in the game. And then boom, we got a show. Alyssa's not giving anything. What's Alyssa giving? That's a serious question. What is Alyssa giving? I saw someone take a screenshot of her booty, which I did think was funny because literally the feeds zoomed in on her booty, which I thought that shit was really funny because you just got people talking on one camera and then you got like a big zoom in of her ass on the other one. But like seriously, she seems like a really nice girl. She's really intelligent and she like moved out on her own like at 17, right? Like how can you not root for that? But she's not giving me anything. And on top of that, she's going to be in a showmance. Get out. So, no tea, no shade, no pink lemonade. But she's not giving. So, that's all I'm going to say on that. I like Sarah Beth, the anime girl. When she said, like, when she was all pissed that she could be a pawn, I was here for it. No one should be volunteering as a pawn week 1. Don't volunteer to be a pawn week 1. Don't volunteer ever. If anyone ever volunteers, it's just like The Apprentice, which, ew, Donald Trump, but The Apprentice. If you ever volunteered for the bottom, Trump sent you home. Because if you're if you're willing to put yourself in that position, it shows that you're not really wanting to be there. It shows that you're willing to put your life on the line. Real people that really want to win would not fucking do that. So, no. Don't nominate to be a pawn. Never do that. How many people have volunteered and then gone home? Stupid. Other than that, there's not much else to say. I was sent an interesting video of Travis that I would delight on watching with all of you before I do my feed situation. So we're going to watch what might be the most cringe video I have seen in my life. Shout out to Savage Evan, who sent me this malarkey. So we're going to watch that right now. Okay? And I'm going to give you my live reaction. Okay? Yes. That is what we are going to do right now. I'm actually going to read the chat a little bit, see what y'all are doing. I'm definitely rooting for both Derek, Zazah, Kylan, and Claire. I'm not mad at that list. I'm not mad at that list. That's actually a really good list. I like that list. Travis and Christian just need to leave. Agreed. Thoughts on Frenchie? I think I gave that. Pokemon Gamer. Hi, Khalid. Frenchie needs to go now because he's full of shit. Literally, he said he's not evicting a PUC or woman week 1, yet that's what happened. That's who he's putting on the block. Like, don't make a promise you can't keep, especially when it's something serious. You saw Tyler and Angela being like, oh, I want Bailey, you to be the first black woman to win the game. And then she backdoors her, and they cause her so much stress she ends up miscarrying. It was fucking ridiculous. And then Tyler's like, I'm going to go home. I'm going to quit the game so that you guys can stay because it's a bigger purpose. And then he fucking helps them get evicted. It's ridiculous. We literally have the same faves. Oh yeah, I like that fave set. Hey Matt, Tiffany's my favorite. I agree. Tiffany's playing a great game. Dylan doesn't like the male thought. I don't like the male thought. Frenchie didn't age well. No, he did not. People say Kylan is pansexual. Oh, okay. Fantastic. Hi Tracy. You are so right. Derek pissed me off just walking the buzzard. Oh yeah, didn't Travis call Tiffany Mama T and Derek corrected him? I appreciated that. But that's another thing that's pissing me off. Like, stop calling these women mama. Like, they're not your fucking mom. Think the first group was throwing it. I can't see another way unless they are that terrible. Agreed. Frenchie is telling Derek X right now in the feeds he's keeping him safe. He's probably going to backdoor him. I mean, at the moment, seem like teammates want to target each other. Yeah. On the feeds, Frenchie just deadass told the camera that Alyssa is his target. That's such a weird target. Okay. I can't stand Frenchie. Hi, Arcanums. I feel like Alyssa's going to be a casualty of assumption. I actually agree with that. I think he wants Claire as a pawn. Matt, you better be lying to me. Leave Claire alone. Is it also, like, how is Claire a pawn? Claire almost won that fucking comp. How is she a pawn? I hope if she does put Claire up that she wins the veto. BB15 Candace. Oh, did Candace use the veto the first week? I don't remember BB15. I try to fucking drain it out of my system. I try to block it out. I repress that shit. I mean, I'll say this, whether you like the gameplay or not, we got much more. I love this season already. Don't get it twisted. I'm shitting on these house guests, but I love this season so far. We're only 2 days in. They've already played a lot harder than all of last season. But can we appreciate the thumbnail? Oh, yeah. I'm actually sweating right now because I'm wearing jeans and a thing. Normally when I do this, I'm only wearing whatchamacallit. I usually have a tank top and maybe a bandana and then shorts or boxers. That's usually all I wear when I do this shit. I seen that. Oh yeah. Because this ring light is so fucking hot and I'm in my basement. He's super full of shit. Agreed on it. Oh, Miranda. Hi, Miranda. Honestly, Honecker, I love you. I love you. Thank you for coming back, love. It's nice to see you again. I loved how Hannah and Azad just dragged the fuck out of Franzel. Oh, that was my favorite part so far. I love that shit. That was interesting. No, I don't think noms are today. Okay, so Derek X wants to be a jock so bad. I know, it's actually a fucking travesty. All right, well, what we're going to do right now is we are going to watch what I consider a douche in the wild. So, yeah, we are going to set that up right now. All right, here it is. Now, before anyone tries to read me, I fully understand that this is probably satire, but anyone that fucking thinks this way can go eat a dick. Anyway, let's watch this shit. Let me put my desktop audio up. I hope that y'all can hear it. Okay.
Hoes are finally here. What's next?
Where the hose at? It's an age-old question that's probably on its way out because it refers to women as hoes.
Mm-hmm.
But while the wording might change, for college men, the meaning will remain.
When you say, where the hose at, what do you mean?
Where are these mommies at? Where are these big booty Latinas at? Where are female human beings? And why?
Hold on. Okay, I need to... that's a lot to unpack. Let's watch that again.
When you say, where the hose at, what do you mean?
Where are these mommies at? Where are these big booty Latinas at? Where are female human beings, and why are they not here?
Travis is a male thought at the University of...
I'm sorry. I knew that was coming, but it's just, it sounds so ridiculous. Hold on. Let me hear that again. I need to hear that again.
Not here.
Travis is a male thought at the University of Texas who has mastered the art of surrounding himself with ladies.
Oh, please. And he's got, oh my god. I didn't even notice that first. Look at this fucking douche. I can't. Oh my god.
University of Texas.
Okay. Yeah, look at him. Oh, he's got his ukulele. He's got his ukulele.
With ladies.
He's singing about all the problems of being being a middle-class white boy, an upper middle-class white boy. He's singing about all the issues, all the problemos in his Guess t-shirt.
Surrounding himself with ladies.
Oh god.
What's up, little mama?
I literally almost threw up at that. Okay. God. I just, like, look at this shit. She does not look interested. She's slunched over. She's got her drink in one hand. She's like, when the fuck can I leave? It's a Halloween party. He did not... Okay, let's make this clear. This is filmed at a fucking party. They did not come for him. He probably was like, hey, what's up? And she's probably like, oh, nothing. I'm just like, having a drink. And he's like, let me play you a song. And she's like, okay. But in her head, she's like, this fucking asshole, leave me alone. Okay, but let's continue.
With ladies.
What's up, little mama?
This is just so cringe. What are you doing? Like, fake selfieing already is... I hate when... I've had friends that do this, where they, like, take a Snapchat, and they're trying to be all flirt. They're like, what's up? Or, like, that's what... My guy friends will do this. They'll do, like, what's up? Or they'll try to be, like... They'll try to pose for the fucking camera, trying to look as fuckboyish as possible. And then my girlfriends will be like... Trying to look like goddamn Kylie Jenner.
Shawty got the fatty, I'll be straight up, and I'm interested in that.
What?
Shawty got the fatty, I'll be straight up, and I'm interested in that.
Why is he using Ebonics? Okay.
Come through. That's really all it takes. Sometimes you just gotta text BTB. Bring that booty. It's simple.
Travis is a man who truly understands the concept of casting a wide net.
Look at her. Okay, she's into it, but look at the friend. Is that someone that's into it? I just love how they're acting like he's got all the fish in the sea, but you only got one girl, and they probably asked her to talk to him because they're filming this shit. Look at her. Does that look interested? She's like, get me the fuck out of here.
Have any of you, and you don't have to say who, but have any of you ever been contacted by Travis?
Yeah.
Look at how they laugh. Okay, contacted and dated are two completely separate things. Can we make that abundantly clear? Are we abundantly clear in that? Okay. Continue.
Mm-hmm. You have, haven't you?
He sent a picture of him and his friends flexing in the mirror, shirtless.
That's just so douchey.
Of course. Yeah. That's the OG line.
Look at how they're laughing. That is not a laugh of impressment. That is a laugh of fucking dissuagement.
Involving friends is a strategy.
Oh, hold on. Let me... Involving friends is a strategy
That Travis strongly believes in.
AKA, he gets his friends to get their friends to fuck with him. That's what he gets.
I love when the boys eat. I wish every day was like Thanksgiving, you know what I mean? I love the whole squad to feast. If I had it my way, each homie would have a hen, if you know what I mean.
However,
throw up.
Travis's friends don't necessarily share his voracious appetite.
You know, I like to think that I can eat when I want. I definitely do eat.
Why are we talking about
Am I
food?
right now? Not necessarily.
For whatever reason,
You know none of those motherfuckers can cook. You know it's Chinese food, Taco Bell, and takeout every single day at that house.
Travis's friends had completely different priorities,
The
led
modern
by
warfare.
another type of eating.
Eat, drink, video games. Play sports. I mean, we hang out with women. It's not like we don't. It's just that.
Just on very rare occasion. And as long as they share the same DNA and genetics, aka their sisters and family.
No matter what we're doing, you could go to a funeral and Travis.
That
would
looks
say,
like a funeral.
Don't. It's just that no matter what we're doing, you could go to a funeral and Travis would say, well, are we going to invite some girls?
Hold on. I couldn't have heard that right. Did they just say that he will literally try to fuck people at a funeral? You're going to a funeral trying to pick people up? Oh, God.
The truth is, Travis's passion for randos was creating division.
Randos? Girl, what?
The truth is, Travis's passion for randos was creating division inside his inner circle.
What would you say to somebody who says this guy's got a problem?
I'd say ouchie. I'd say, what's the
Ouchie.
deal, boss? I thought we loved some mamas up in here getting it done.
Okay, like, is this for real? It's on Barstool. I literally can't tell if this is for real or not. I feel, okay, this has to be satire. This can't be real. Like, what? But the fact that you're making this video, like, it just shows how big of a fucking tool you are. Like, I would not even say this shit even as if I was playing a character.
So what the deal?
What would you say if I told you the people saying that are your own best friends?
Oh, they're acting like it's my strange addiction. But you see, they're making a joke of him being a ladies' man. I don't... No. I don't see it.
That?
Yes.
That just doesn't sound like them at all.
But it was them. Travis's insatiable horniness was breeding feelings of inadequacy.
It's the way that this is the same clips being played over. I thought that he was getting girls out the wazoo. Why is it the same two girls being played every second? Cause come here, I got a secret. Cause he's not getting girls every second. I didn't say anything. No, we gotta keep the secret going. He doesn't get shit. Okay, so we're gonna continue.
It's interesting because, I mean, you know, it's like, you know, are we not good enough, right? Because, I mean, of course,
Not
I can't,
good
like,
enough.
fulfill you like a woman can, but
Why not?
Oh. Ooh. You know, the sexual... Ooh. Do I smell sexual tension in the air? Ooh. Plot twist?
You know, the sexual energy that he really feeds off of, that's not something we've really considered.
Now that
Are they talking
you
about
said it, have you
sex?
considered it now?
Well,
Are they talking about considering gay sex for
That
real?
question to me. After quick consideration, I figured, no, that's not
Okay, so they considered fucking him, but they were like, nah, we shouldn't try that.
the way to go.
Travis's friends desired to hang out without girls, and unwillingness to satisfy each other sexually.
Oh, they're for real.
Created an existential dilemma
Work.
inside Travis's mind.
Oh, so is he LGBT as well? What is going on with that tongue?
What's this all about right now? It's just 5 dudes playing Call of Duty for the 10th night in a row.
That's a problem.
Not the dig at his roommates.
That's complacency.
The problems continue.
Complacency. Okay, look. As an asexual, as a voluntary, I'm not here for the fucking. Not everybody wants a relationship and sex every fucking night. Not everyone is gonna want that in their lives, maybe at all. Some people would rather have friends and do things with their friends. That's not a problem. I don't know why he's fucking digging at his roommates just because they're incels. Ooh, I'm about to set off the incels in the chat. Let me apologize now.
What Travis viewed as complacency, his friends
The
viewed
ukulele,
as
put that shit away.
Expectation.
Before he even comes, sometimes
Comes?
asking questions.
How you
like,
doing?
Is it a sausage fest?
Yeah,
And-
he has said that.
We can't.
So I actually agree with that. I could not hang out with only guys. I mean, if y'all don't know this about me, I guess I'm spilling the tea already. I already am not comfortable hanging out with men. I don't know, most of my friends tend to be girls. I don't know why. It's just that's who I gravitate to. I think it's just because I was mistreated by men. I was bullied by men. So I don't feel comfortable hanging around other guys. But I feel like even if I wasn't in that position, because I do have guy friends, I couldn't do a sausage fest. You know, because there's too much masculinity. There's too, like, no. I don't understand people that only want to hang out with men or only want to hang out with women. Like, I'm a firm believer in hang out with people that aren't like you. Hang out with people that are different from you, because it's boring to hang out with yourself. And I feel like this is just copy and pasting the same person over and over again.
Just kick it in the house all the time because it's only a bro down 24/7. It's sausage festival.
And yet, you are the same bitch that said in the house that you want to bro it out because boys only feel comfortable hanging out with boys, that you feel more safe hanging out with boys. That's why you want the girls out first. I'm not making this shit up. He said that. Go look it up on Twitter. So you're saying that you're saying, oh, fuck the sausage fest, because you know the girls are gonna watch this and you want to try fucking them. Because this is going on Barstool, where the college girls watch. But now that you're in the BB house and you're not filtered, you're like, I'm broing it out. Fuck you. Fuck you.
In there.
The issue
or is it that way? Fuck you. Whatever way it is.
Testosterone-only events triggered a stress response.
Not the Jimmy Neutron moment.
Inside Travis's brain. But luckily for him, as grim as his future looked,
Grim. This is so
his
serious.
friends did have one theory about the root.
I'm sorry. Like, this is so clearly trying to be satiric. It's just not funny, though. Give me South Park or give me nothing.
Of his problem.
It points to a deeper sort of metaphorical issue. So he's saying, where the hoe's at? But really, I think
It could be like a problem with insecurity. This is a real thing. As a psychologist, I'm telling you, this could be a real insecurity. A lot of people do look for sexual relationships to, fill a void.
deeper down, he's trying to say, where the bro's at? Emotion.
I can't tell what he's implying with that, because earlier they were like close to making out. So I can't tell what he's implying with that thing. I'm not judging. I would be here for that plot twist, actually.
He said it's like you're trying to fill a hole in yourself, and you do it by filling holes in other places.
Oh, God. Okay, that was kind of funny.
I mean, that's a really good metaphor, but
Reminds
maybe
me
the
so
reason
much
I'm
of
walking in
Brayden.
every
I really hope Brayden, if you're watching this, I really hope you don't turn out to be like this guy. I really fucking hope that I have rubbed off on you enough where you won't turn out like him. But this guy's giving me Brayden vibes, the house down.
time saying, where the thoughties at? Let's get some ass throwing action up in here, is simply because I'm trying to fill some void. It's like it's not fulfilling me, almost.
Is this shit over? I feel like I've been here for an entire Ice Age. All the sequels, too.
It was time to consider an alternative.
I'm going to give you 3 words, and I want you to tell me how they make you feel. Long-term relationship.
No.
I have a one-word response to that.
No.
Nope.
See, guessed it.
While this hard stance may
They don't
not
want
have
long-term
legal
relationships.
consequences for Travis, it could create even larger obstacles for him in the future.
He's not gonna get married.
Worry that one day you'll meet someone.
Nah, he'll find someone. He'll find someone that will settle for him.
And they'll find out that you're a hoe.
That's a pretty scary realization.
You're a hoe.
I'd like to think that there's girls out there
Okay, that shit is kind of
that
funny.
past my,
That you
past
are a hoe.
for me. Not the hoe I used to be.
I'm not the hoe I
Maybe
used to be.
Travis really did have it all figured out.
It's the same girl all over again.
Truly remained.
You'd be okay if she was a hoe too, right?
See, and that's how it is. That's how it is. They want to be able to hoe it out, but they won't let the girl hoe it out. Ugh, God. And I genuinely think, and the reason why I play this video, I genuinely think after I was sent that shit, I think that Travis was cast when they saw that video. I think that they saw that video, they were like, fuck, we need a frat boy, we need a frat boy, we need a fuck boy. Where can we find a fuck boy? They saw that video, and they were like, we got him. Get him on the show. That's what happened. I'm telling y'all right now, that's what happened. And obviously, that is probably satire. I am not delusional. I'm not dumb. It is probably satire. However, douche. It's probably not far off. There's truth in every joke, and I don't know. That video was just so goddamn cringe. Let me see what y'all had to say in the chat. Where are the jokes though? Where are the jokes? I don't know how Travis got cast. They watched the video. I actually think that they did a lot of casting on TikTok. I think it just was a coincidence that a lot of these people were fans. I think a lot of them probably started watching during quarantine. Here's the thing. A lot of these contestants all have TikToks. They all have TikToks. And they don't just have TikToks. They have like thousands of followers. Like some hundreds of thousands. So they're all pretty well known on TikTok, or at least they have a presence there. I think that they did a lot of scouting on TikTok. Or if they got them in the application process, they looked on their TikTok and that's where they went forward. I know for me, my Instagram videos got piqued people's interest because my Instagram rants. So that's why I put them out there every now and then, and I'll probably start doing more. And maybe I should do that on TikTok as well. But yeah, I definitely think that a lot of these people got cast because of their TikTok videos. So yeah, fuck Travis. I just cringe. That video, there were moments where I was laughing, but there were also moments where I wanted to die while watching it. I mean, just the way he was talking, like, really fucking bothered me. I mean, I literally was gagging. Like, that was not a joke. Well, I guess that we should move on to the main event. And the main event is my musical number. So, I'm gonna move my chair out the way. The whole reason why I got dressed in the first place I wrote a whole thing for y'all. A whole thing. I'm gonna hold the mic too. I got the mic. Ooh, not the computer. So this is gonna be my rendition of fucking Beauty School Dropout. Ooh. Let me back this up. Let me back it up. Yeah. Let me back it up. Hey, big girl. Baby, back it up. Yeah. Baby, back it up. Let me turn the gain up all the way, actually. I hope y'all enjoy it. Let me get the karaoke really quick. And I wrote all these lyrics. Somebody can record this and put it on Twitter, because I think it's going to be a moment. Ooh, do I want to change one of the lyrics? Nah, I'm fine. I'm too lazy. I was going to change one of the lyrics, but I'm too lazy. Alright, let me get this all settled in. Oh, I have that muted. Let me unmute it. Okay, so that's the part. All right. I hope y'all enjoy. Your story's sad to tell. A BB superfan. No strategy, social capability, or common sense. Your noms aren't even in now, but what's left of your game now? Not even the fishes by your lies. Boom, bottom, bottom. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. PreJury flop. No 750K for you. PreJury flop. Made 15 alliances by hour 2. Bitch, you didn't even take the time to shit in your HOH bathroom before opening up your toilet mouth and spewing shit while we view I won't nom women. Except, wait, oh, I need a pun. What are you proving? You just said they were all safe. If you're gonna be performative, at least finish up your act. Pack up your overalls and go back to Stan Twitter. Bye-bye, bitch. Ah! Nah, 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 nah. Pre-jury flop. Eavesdropping and caught by Tiffany. Pre-jury flop. For real, that shit was embarrassing to see. Haha, you said you wanted to break up the couples. No bromances or showmances. But the second that they suck your dick, you become their bitch ass hooker. Oh, missed it. Frenchie, don't sweat it. You'll be entertaining for 2 weeks. You need help packing. Queen. Clearly you're blind cause you can't see. Now your checks have bounced. Credibility no ounce. But there is still a chance. Just shut the fuck up and stop pandering to the audience. Frenchie, don't blow it. Just nominate the douchey bros. Brent and Boy Thought Travis. Or shit, just be Cliff Hog 2.0. I don't give a fuck. Now I've clopped your ass. Stop playing too fast. Fuck it, I'm over this guy. Well, at least Tiffany and Claire are doing just all right. Pre-jury flop. You're not making jury. Pre-jury flop. You're not making jury. Pre-jury flop. You're not making jury. And no one's gonna miss your old crusty ass. Ha! I hope I get some applause for that shit. I wish I turned the gain down on my microphone though. My gain was up so goddamn high. I had a good time though. That was fun. And I wrote that shit. I wrote that shit in 5.5 minutes. I wrote that like right when I was performing this, but that was fun. I enjoyed that. Hold on, let me fix my camera. I'm gonna put that on Twitter. Aw, thank you, Allison Acid-Lan. I'm dead at that name. Thank you. I appreciate the applause. I appreciate the encore. Thank you. That was a good time. I like writing music. I like writing little karaoke bits. But no, like seriously, like, and that was all just off the top of my head. But it's like, nah, I'm over this bitch. That's my whole opinion on him. And my favorite part of the song was definitely, if you're gonna be performative, at least finish the act. Like, you didn't even bother finishing the act. But yeah, okay. Now that I've done that, firstly. Hold on. Okay, but now that I finished that, I think the last part of this video will probably be, like, me saying who I think will do well, who I think the noms will be, what I would have done if I was in the house, and then I think we'll wrap it up. I'm sorry, it's just too fucking hot in here. Okay, so, who would I have nominated? Let's say that we're in an alternate world. We're in an alternate world, and I'm in the house. And Frenchie did not even get on the cast. We're in an alternate world right now. I'm in the game. What would I be doing if I was HOH? Okay, that was an ordeal. Okay, so if I was HOH, I would be nominating... Okay, so Alyssa and Xavier are still safe in this... I mean, Xavier and Christian are still safe in this situation, is what I'm going to go with. So the people that are here, if I was in his situation... Let me lower this because it's too loud for even me. If I was in Frenchie's situation, my noms would probably be... I think I would be getting along with my teammates, obviously. I don't think Azah, Derek, F, or Brittany would have been in my crosshairs. I would have been getting along with Tiffany. I would have been getting along with Sarah and Claire. And I think me and Hannah would have been all right. My noms probably would have ended up being... I don't think I would have put Travis up, because Travis was last picked. I think that I would have probably put up Brent and Alyssa, because Xavier is safe. And the reason why I would do those two is because Brent would not be able to charm me. I probably would not like him from the first moment I met him, if I'm being honest with you. And I would nominate Alyssa because Alyssa has Xavier, like, they're already getting close. And Brent is getting close to, I believe, Whitney. I forgot who he was getting close to, but I remember someone was saying that he's, like, getting close to people. I would put him up because, again, he's getting close to the boys, he's getting close to a girl. Just nip that in the butt. They both have shown that they are decent competitors, and although I would probably prefer Brent to leave, having Alyssa go is not that bad. I mean, I just don't see myself getting along with Alyssa. I mean, maybe I would have gotten along with her. It's really hard to say how it would have been if I was in the house, but if I would have heard, because I would have been getting info. My game would have been finding out info on people. I wouldn't have been spilling everyone's tea. I would have been just gaining info, finding out who I can trust, and then figuring out who to put on the block. And if I would have found out that Derek DX, was making a male alliance, I would have gone after him. I would have put Brett and DX on the block, and that would have been it. But if I saw Travis and DX were getting close, I would have done DX and Travis. It all really just depended on what info I was figuring out. I personally think my noms would have ended up being Alyssa and Brent. But if not those two, I think it could have been DX and Travis. Either way, I think my 4 would have been between Alyssa, Brent, DX, and Travis, just because I don't really see myself going after any of those other people. I think Christian and Xavier might have been in the crosshairs if they didn't have immunity, just because Xavier is getting close to Alyssa and he's very likable, and Christian did well. He won that first competition, and I just don't think I would have gotten along with him, to be honest with you. I mean, he's already annoying in the house. I definitely would not have liked him in the game. But that's probably what I would have done. I would have done Alyssa and Brent or Travis and DX. It all depended on what info would have gotten to me. I just don't see myself not getting along with those other people that I mentioned. And also, I don't think you could nominate Kylan. Kylan just is such a great person. Like, even if he made himself a target, like, what he does, his charity work, you'd be an asshole to put him out the first week. So I would probably go after those people. And my targets would probably be Travis or Brent. And no, it's not because that's what Twitter would want. It's just that would probably be what's best for my game, because I don't think I would work with those people. And that's just me. As far as who I think has longevity, I'm going to say Tiffany. Tiffany, I think, is playing a really good game so far. As long as people don't catch on to her, I think that she could do very well. I think Azah and Hannah are doing well too. I just hope Hannah bursts out of her bubble at some point. For the game she wants to play, it's good that she's laying low for now. I think that's what she needs to do, just to, you know, scoot by. Like, if there's no reason to put your name out there, why? I think Claire has potential. Right now, honestly, the men are a mess. I actually don't think a male is going to win the game. I think the only ones that have potential, Kylan and Xavier and Derek F. I think those are the only ones that really have potential. If DX can survive this week, maybe. But I don't see a world where Travis or Christian win. Brent would really need to charm people, and I don't see it working on anyone but Frenchie. I don't think Frenchie's going to make it past this week, and even if he does, I don't see him being the type of player that gets rewarded. I think he could be a GOAT, just because he's being too messy. Other than that, I mean, Whitney could possibly start doing things. The only girl that I just don't see bringing anything is Alyssa. But again, we haven't even seen the second episode yet. We've had the premiere. That's it. Like, we haven't seen these people's diary rooms. We haven't really seen all of the game. Like, it's only day 2. So I'm really just going based off of what I can go off of. And right now, I would say the strongest player in there is Tiffany. And I think Derek F is also playing a strong game. Both of those two are in every conversation. I think Azah is really smart, and she's just laying low for now. I think that we're going to have a really strong female cast this season. I really do, because I think the men are really fucking lacking in the strategy department. High key. Yeah. What I think is gonna happen is apparently he wants Alyssa out. Really fucking weird idea. But I think Alyssa and maybe Travis will go on the block. If not Brent. Brent has just completely mind-controlled Frenchie, which is so weird. And then I think they might try backdooring DX, which is such a weird move. But I could see that happening. I think that will probably be what ends up happening. Unless things change. But you know what? Things are changing every day in the BB house. Literally. Actually, every hour with this game. And apparently, the game is always messy within the first, day. So, you know what? We'll just have to see what happens. But I have high hopes for this season. This is a really good cast. There's no one yet that I hate. I don't even hate Frenchie. I like I like the messiness. I do. I don't care for him, but I like the messiness. It's at least bringing something to the game. I mean, he's what's causing all the drama right now. I'm not against it. I hope he goes next week, but I'm not against it. I think this is going to be a really good season. I have my people I'm rooting for. I have my people I don't really care if they leave. And as it seems right now, the people I don't really care for are on the target. Right now, I'm rooting for, as long as Claire doesn't go on the block. If Claire goes on the block, I swear to God, I will fucking. But I want all the women to be safe, not because, except for Alyssa, and not because they're women, just because I think they're the best right now. I want Hannah, Whitney, Tiffany, and Sarah and Claire to all be good. If Alyssa goes, I'm not gonna cry about it. And as far as the guy go, really any of them could go. Any of them could go. The only one that I wouldn't like to see leave is Kylan, because he's cool. He's a good guy. Other than that, DX, Travis, Brent, have your pick. I don't really care. And then after them, send Christian out the door. I hope Christian makes himself a big target, because now he's won 2 competitions. That's all I gotta say about that. Let me know what y'all want. Are there any questions that I have in the chat? Let me see what y'all got in the chat. You should do more of these. Remember Will from BB14? I do have a green screen. I could do more of these. I just don't have the costumes or the production value. And I did this in literally 5 minutes. Kylan has too many connections as well. Very true. But I don't think that I could nom someone for having connections the first week. Oh, you just said, yeah. Sarah is apparently going up with Alyssa. You're not rooting for Derek F? No, I am rooting for Derek F. I'm rooting for Derek F. Oh, if I didn't mention it, I am rooting for Derek F. Let me go over it one more time. I'm rooting for Azah, Brittany, Claire, Derek F, Hannah, Sarah, Tiffany, and yeah, that's basically it. I hope if I didn't say Whitney, I hope Whitney, Xavier, and Kylan all do well. I like them. They just haven't popped out yet to me compared to the others. And I actually hope DX survives, but I hope he changes his attitude about wanting an all-male alliance. And then people I'm rooting against are, as of right now, I'm not rooting against Alyssa, to be honest with you. People I don't care about Alyssa, if I'm keeping it a buck. I can go either way with Derek X right now. And then people I'm rooting against Travis. I mean, that comment about Mama T or Mama Drama, whatever the fuck it was, like, shut up. Travis, Frenchie, Brent, Christian can all go out the door. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. If I had to, should I do the lemon thing that I did the other time? Are those AirPod? Sarah is apparently going up with Alyssa. So he made all of those promises. He made all those fucking promises about not nomming a woman, and he's putting 2 women on the block. Are you for real? You're rooting. The season is delivering so far. It's the best in years. Agreed. They picked so many smart people this season, except Travis Leave Rat. Agreed. Travis, ugh. Yeah. I don't really know what else to talk about. Nominations are today. They just put on the feeds. A screen just put up that said nominations today. So wait, you're telling me after all of this bullshit that was going down, after all of this shit, he's nomming 2 women? I'm sorry, that is hilarious. I'm not here for it, but I think that's fucking hilarious. The fact that he made such a big deal about, oh, I don't want any woman to go home on my HOH. It's different this year. I don't want a minority on my HOH. And look what he's nomming. He's nomming 2 women and a minority and plans to backdoor another minority. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Get out of here. Like, come on now. Like, I think that's hilarious. I do. Obviously, I'm not here for it, and I don't like it, but I think it's hilarious that he made such a big deal about it just to go back on it. He's not only is he nomming a woman, he's nomming 2 women. Like, that's hilarious to me. Fucking asshole. Like, I can't even with Frenchie. So who is it going on the block? It's Alyssa. Who is it? He's a joke. He is pandering to Twitter. Like, get the fuck out of here. BB Twitter will end him after he leaves next week. Oh, agreed. He's going to probably get it real. For his sake, I hope he makes jury, because Twitter is going to hit him hard if he doesn't get a chance to redeem himself. Why wouldn't he nom Travis? You tell me. He already made some dumbass alliance. I forgot the name because it was so forgettable, but he made some dumbass alliance with Travis and the boys. So it fucking beats me. Sarah is going up with Alyssa. So he is putting Sarah on the block as a pawn. Okay. Let me see what they're saying. Should I try to get him real quick to say something to him? Kylan says no. Not even I have your back. That would be fair. I think that's ideal. I'm so paranoid after last night. Yeah, you should be paranoid because I haven't seen you talk to him once, Alyssa. Sorry, I get so many spams. Oh, it's actually my dad. Hold on. Okay, I'll call him back later. But yeah, what y'all saying? The Butchers. Oh yeah, the Butchers. A girl, please. Come on now, the Butchers. Shut up. He has made an alliance with Travis. This dude has. That's what I'm telling you. He has a million fucking alliances. Like, he needs to chill. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Evan. When you are HOH, the first week, all you need to do is get info. Get info. If you just play it chill, play it cool, people are not going to hold these noms against you. It's the first nomination. You don't have a lot to go off of. Likely, you could just make these noms and go through. How many HOHs, how many first HOHs have we seen make it to the final? How many? Nicole won her season. Cody, ignore him. Paul was really the first HOH with that whole friendship bracelet. He made final 2. 20, Tyler made final 2. 21, Jackson with that whole camp director thing. Basically, he was the first HOH. He won. 22, Cody wins the game. And there's so many other, Rachel Riley won. Like, there's so many examples where I believe it's like a thing where first HOH usually, like, almost all the time makes it to the jury phase. Very rarely do they not at least make jury. So all you need to do is just figure out who to nominate, gather information, let these other people make enemies and throw names out to you. You should not be throwing names out to anyone as possible options unless you know what you're doing. You're the fucking HOH. Why are you answering to other people? It's really weird behavior. But again, he's playing as a fan. He's not playing as a player. BB Twitter will read him to pieces. We can be toxic as hell. I know, Peter. You're one of them. No shade, Peter. But you are one of them. But I live. But to keep it a $150, as much as I'm shitting on him to the fact where I just did a whole fucking musical number, please do not shit on Frenchie. He's probably going to go home next, and his dream is going to be broken. This guy probably dreamed of being on this show, and doing well, and he's going to do terribly. He's done bad. And, like, please don't attack him. Like, please don't. I'm not trying to be high and mighty like fucking Ovi, where I'm like, oh, you don't attack people, but, like, girl, this is just a TV show at the end of the day, and like we're talking all this shit. It's easy for us to be a backseat driver from the internet. I don't know how I would be in the house. I would like to think that I would play with some brains, and I think I would, but I don't know for a fact. So I've never gone out of my way to attack a house guest unless they've come for me. Do I talk shit on my show? Of course I do, but that's what I'm here for. I'm here to talk my shit. Like, when JC fucking tried reading me and Demonica in messages, like, yeah, we handed it back to him. Of course we said, fuck you, you asshole. But I didn't go out of my way. He went out of his way to come for me. Like, I'm not gonna attack a house guest on Twitter, making their day any worse. Like, nah, I'm not here for that. I know some people are, and there are definitely house guests that need to hear it. Like, Big Brother 21, with the way they treated people, they needed to hear it. But I'm not about that life of sending people death threats. And, I don't know. I think there's a difference between letting someone know how shitty they were and, like, going a step too far. Like, I don't know. I remember there was a couple seasons where house guests' parents were getting death threats. That doesn't sit right with me. Like, don't message someone. Honestly, that's a big reason why I would be afraid to go on Big Brother. Just because I wouldn't want my parents to get, screwed with. I wouldn't want a family member gets harassed. Like, I wouldn't want that. You know what I'm saying? So that part I'm not here for. But I mean, if you want to call someone a shitty player on the internet, or you want to read them for something they did in the house, go for it. Just don't go above and beyond. That's all I'm saying. Like, leave a little message, and then move on. That's all. Poor dude, LOL, bless his heart, he tried. Trust me, him going home early will be enough. Him going second will be enough. I remember you came for Swaggy C and Fessy after some charity thing. I did, but I wasn't going, this is the difference. I made a video. I made a plotted out video where I stated all of the facts, and I explained why what they were doing was fucked up. I didn't go into his message and message him some fucked up shit like some of y'all did. I remember I saw all these things where he was getting death threats, he was getting slurs thrown at him and Bailey. That was a bit much. What he did was not cool, but just because you didn't like him on a television show, or you didn't like something he did, like, that's no reason to personally attack him. Like, directly. Like, that's so fucked up, especially with the stuff that Bailey dealt with on both of her shows. Like, it's ridiculous. But am I gonna read you to filth like Wendy Williams on my fucking feed? Hell yeah, I'm gonna read you in my video. But again, it's different when someone gets to watch you and listen to your opinion than when you're anonymously sending a message. And a lot of people do that. That's why my thing has my picture, because I'm not going to hide behind a cartoon character or a celebrity. Like, I'm speaking my opinion, and, like, people can respect it because it's me saying it. It's not fucking Betty Boop or Mickey Mouse or Nicki Minaj, one of the million Nicki Minaj accounts, saying it. No shade to my barbs. I'm a barb, but I'm just saying, like, it's different when you don't have anonymity. And I do feel like a lot of people take advantage of it. Not to dive into this, because this is for Big Brother. But not to dive into anonymity, but, like, I stumbled across JC. He has a YouTube channel for what? What is he doing? Underwear ads like he did for where he did fucking... did y'all see that? He had, like, an underwear ad that he was advertising, and it was, like, the most cringe shit ever. What is his name? JC Moundwick? I don't understand him. Oh, look at this. Biggest anti-communist online. Is it trashy to have an OnlyFans? Like, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing that this is what comes up on your feed. Big Brother producers on contestant who was accused of sexual harassment. Like, this is the first thing that comes up with your picture. Isn't that embarrassing? I don't understand him. he, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't he an, I'm not even going to ask, but the stuff that he has said about, like, the fact that he's a Trump supporter and, like, the racist stuff that he has said blows my fucking mind. He is a Latin LGBT shorter person, and he's saying this shit. It's so fucking weird to me. Like, I don't understand people like him. I don't. Like, how are you supporting someone that does not support you? JC is just a lost soul, and as someone that has been cussed out by him, or at least attempted to, like, he thought he was showing me up. He was like, you're on my schedule. He was like, but if you... Get this. After we do an interview with Rockstar where we spill all of his tea about how he said the N-word and how he sexually harassed Tyler, because this was right after Rockstar got out the house. This was only a few days after, and we got an interview with her, which was fantastic. It's somewhere on my YouTube channel if you want to watch it. And we told her all this shit because she didn't see that, because she wasn't in the house. Or if she was in the house, it didn't get to her. So she didn't know any of this went down. And JC, and I'm assuming the rest of that cast, saw the video. And they came to me and DeMonica in our DMs because they found me through Evil Dick somehow. And cussing us out. And they're like, well, if you want the real story, I'll give you an interview. And I was like, okay. We were like, we'll get the views. And me knowing DeMonica, I knew she would cuss his ass out and put his ass in place on the live. So I was like, this will be great. Like she'll be able to fucking put him in his place on here, and I'll be able to help. But he acted so high and mighty, like he knew better, and like how he was a big celebrity, and he was like, and he made a time with us, and then he's like, oh, you go on my schedule, not your schedule. Like, I'm doing you a favor. I was like, fuck you. And we were like, bye. And DeMonica left him a nice message, or at least a DeMonica-style message, cussing him out, and I loved it. I miss DeMonica sometimes. She's a badass. The barbs are powerful. What happened to the Kevin interview? Oh, the Kevin interview is not still up there? Oh, I might have taken it down because he talked shit about production in it. I took a lot of my BB stuff down because a lot of it is me shitting on production, and I don't want to do that. I just want to say that you're the most entertaining commentator of BB I've watched. BB for a decade. You got lots of potential. Glad I subbed after your Franzel. Aw, thank you so much, Matt. Oh, you're from when I exposed Nicole. Aw, thank you for sticking around. I appreciate that. Yes. I did look it up, and I really wish I didn't. Bless his heart, he tried. Aw, Alice, you're so nice. Nicer than I am. And and trust me, he'll come out and he'll see this video. He'll see it. He's on Twitter. He knows who I am. I don't actually mind Christian, as long as he stops that Mama T nonsense. Oh, Ty, what are you talking about? Tiffany exceeding everyone's expectation. I love it. Agreed, Isaiah. Took my kids in the movie. Oh no, that's not. What is the Victor Arario tease? The first few hours, Frenchie, Alyssa saying this, the first 4 hours, he was worried I wasn't feeling well because of nominations. He was like, I just want you to know that you are not even a question. That's it. Like, you promised all of these people safety. You promised Alyssa safety. I forgot. She was sick, and you promised her safety. That's why she's not campaigning to you. And now you're just going to be like, oh, I'm going to nominate her. Like, that's why you can't be promising people fucking safety within the first day. Like, girl, please. Is Derek still going? I don't know. Last time I spoke to Frenchie, the idea was backdoor. It's so fucking ridiculous. Like, backdoor my ass. Oh, no, not really. Oh, ew. That damn Derek and Tyson. Travis. I don't got time for this. This is so messy. But, oh, someone's crying? Oh, someone's crying. Oh. Who's crying? Who's crying? Is Frenchie crying? Wait, I gotta see this. Apparently someone is crying on the feeds right now. Oh, we got our first crier. We got our crybaby. No cap, I would definitely cry in the BB house. But it would not be over some fucking petty shit. I'd probably be crying because I would be stuck there. Like, I have extreme claustrophobia. Who is crying? Oh, is he crying? Brent? Brent's crying? Why the hell is he crying? He looks so distressed right now. Why the hell are you? He looks on the brink of goddamn tears. Brent looks like... I gotta see this. He looks like one of those kids that, oh, it doesn't let me share it. It doesn't let me share it. CBS blocks it. He looks like one of those kids from that like got sent to the principal's office and is getting detention and is trying to talk their way out of it. Like, he is on the brink of goddamn tears. For what? Pourquoi? Why? Why are you crying? You're not going on the block. Who is he talking about? I hate this. Like, see, sometimes I gotta watch the feeds, but I just don't got the time. You have been one of the only people in this house that's been real to me. Goes to the feeds. Frenchie is trying to be the discount version. Yes, Cody and Derek, I saw that. I'm not watching that. Cody also does Twitch. I don't got time for that. I was going to say who's a fan of Cody and Derek, but then I forgot. Literally half the cast said they were fans of Cody and Derek. Why? Can someone genuinely tell me what's interesting about Cody and Derek? Like, no shade. I met Cody in person while working on a movie. Cody's fine. But what? Be honest. Most of y'all are fans of Cody because of the way he looks. Be honest. Be honest. Y'all are fans of Cody because of the way he looks. That's why he's gotten as much clout as he has. French toast. Oh, Frenchie is crying. Ew. LOL. Frenchie's crying because he knows he fucked up. He knows he fucked up. That's why he's crying. Says he thought he was really close with threw me under the bus. It's day 2. Or I guess now it's day 3. It's day 3. It is day fucking 3. How are you sitting here crying that someone threw you under the bus? It's day 3. The first noms have not even been made yet. Not one nom set. Not one. Not one. Not one. Not one noms. Not one. No one has even gone on the block yet. Your noms aren't even in now, but what's left of your game now? Like, if you can't handle 1 week of being HOH, 3 days of being HOH, how are you going to handle 70, 90 plus fucking days? How is he going to handle the block? How is he going to handle the block? There is so much fake in here, man. I have been holding it for 2 days. Please. A majority of the people that say that people are fake are fake. I'm one of them. Like, seriously, people that go, these people are so fake. Oh. I'm weak. Everyone. Y'all all are turning on Frenchie. And y'all are really doing him dirty. Y'all calling him, I call him French fry. But French cry, I'm dead. Josh Sanchez just said, y'all already know Frenchie gonna turn into French cry when he's called out for his pandering and fake allyship. Thank you. I am glad that I'm not the only person that's been seeing this from day 1. And I hope that the fucking Twitter people in these orgs stop trying to do what Frenchie does, where they're trying to get brownie points by acting like an SJW when you know for a fact that they're only doing it to be performative. Like, I'm over this. Just be a fucking ally. Like, don't make it a show pony. Like, isn't it doing more by not nominating a woman or not nominating a minority instead of talking about it? Like, just don't fucking do it. Like, what's the point of saying you're gonna cook a chicken if you're not actually gonna cook it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here, Frenchie. Just make your nominations, make your terrible nom set, and go home next week. Because we know what's happening. Whoever wins HOH next week is gonna have an easy week. Easy week. And Frenchie, you're the fakest of them all. You made 70 alliances. 70. You can count all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 70. The first few hours, like, not even an hour after the comp. Not even an hour after the goddamn comp, you're strategizing with people. Bruh, people are trying to just... No one has even taken a shit in the Big Brother bathroom yet. No one has even laid down, put their drawers in their drawers. And you're sitting here talking about, well, we got to backdoor this person. We got to blindside them. I am all for, I am the first person that will say the game starts the second you walk into the house. But at the same time, give it an hour. Give it a day. Everyone just had to do a competition and pick people. I'm worn out. I'm tired. I want to go take a nap. I don't have time for we need to backdoor. We need to make 1 million deals. They were up till like 6 a.m. that first night. And I get it. There's a lot of hype and there's a lot of energy. And you're like, yes, I want to play the game. But save it for at least a day. And you have played, like, I thought Audrey. No shade, Audrey. Even though I know people don't fuck with you. No shade, Audrey. But I thought she had, like, one of the biggest meltdowns and, like, failures in the history of Big Brother. Like, she sunk her game so quick. She did that, though, in 2 weeks or in 1 week. This guy did it in 1 day. In a matter of 1 day. And yes, I consider it 1 day because the second day was 24 hours after they actually got into the house. So he did this in 1 day. He sunk his game in 1 fucking day before he even made a nomination. Props to you. Props to you. Props to you. I mean, even Brian, even that flop Brian from Big Brother 10, his game didn't flop until at least the week was coming to an end. At least until... Oh. What is this? Oh, sorry. I saw a tweet from my good friend Abby, and it caught me off guard. Shout out to Abby if she's watching. Oh, Lord. I thought someone had said something. But no, like, oh, God, like... You couldn't even wait a goddamn day, man. You couldn't even wait a day. A day. Un día. I'm disappointed. Frenchie is trying to play a whole season in 3 days. And you see, that is why I don't think that a lot of Big Brother online players can transfer onto the show. Because what happens is that you have these fans that love the game, that fantasize about playing, and they play these games online where you can play at a really fast pace because most of the time people are only signing on for like an hour at most, maybe at most 5 to talk to people on calls. But the game generally moves by pretty quickly because because there's a lot of downtime where you're not at your computer. You're not in game mode 24/7, so you have to manage yourself. In this game, you're in game mode 24/7 because you're living together. And people don't know how to turn off the brakes because they're used to, when they play these games, whenever they're in the game, they're playing the game hard and they're strategizing. Because in these games, you don't really make personal connections. Like, most of your calls are going to be strategic. So I think that's why a lot of orgers have a tough time when they get on. I don't know if Frenchie is an orger. I just know he's a Twitter person. But I know he tried getting on Sequester if he wasn't in one already. So he definitely knows about these things. So that's why he's having such a tough time pacing his game, I feel. And a lot of these fans, they dream about going on the show. And then when they're in, they don't know how to handle themselves. You got to be able to pump the brakes, bitch. Pump the brakes. You're going to crash. You're already a train wreck. I feel bad for everyone on Frenchie's team now since their team leader is being an absolute horrid player. I don't feel bad for their team. What, you think the team is going to get targeted because of him? I don't think it's that bad. I don't. Because there's people saying that they like Frenchie. They just like, they think he's playing horrible and they think he's fucking the game up. But he's not. People still like him. I don't think that they're going to target Derek or Azah or Brittany because of him. I think Brittany might get targeted because she's not really fitting in anywhere yet, and she was part of Frenchie's group. She's been giving him information. I don't see Derek or Azah having that problem, though. I don't think people are going to nom them simply because they're in his team. If they do, they're dummies. But I just don't see that. I think that they're going to try nomming Frenchie. I think that his team's going to throw the next challenge. No tea, no shade. Because they don't... Azah does not want power. It's clear. And I think Derek had to be throwing that comp. There's no way that he was moving that slow and wanted to win. Like, that was ridiculous. I think Brittany is really the only one that's going to try, and who knows, we might get a Caitlyn HOH with Brittany winning, like we did in season 20. I actually would be here for it. I think it'd be funny, because she just seems like she would definitely have HOH-itis. And she definitely would nominate the douchey bros. But, yeah, I don't think that Frenchie's team will get targeted. If they do, that will be really shitty and unfair. Trying to play a whole season in 3 days. It's ridiculous. Like, Keisha, I can't believe it. I feel so bad for the people that were lumped in a group with him. And I hope that no one goes on the show and makes, like, that mistake. Like, it's our people. It's our, like, he's letting down our people. But luckily, like I said in the song, Claire and Tiffany seem to have it going on. So I think that there is hope. Frenchie is going off about a woman he hasn't named who has lied to him and really hurt him after promising so many things. He says America will be pissed at his nominations. And then my friend Raven said, if Tiffany goes up, I'm losing my shit. Okay, Claire's saying it's Alyssa. But Alyssa didn't do anything. It could be Tiffany or Whitney, though. Tiffany and Whitney were... He said he heard them in a room, most likely Tiffany. Oh, no. It could be Tiffany. He was eavesdropping in on Tiffany's room. Tiffany and Whitney were really close to Frenchie. They were making a 3-person group. If Tiffany goes on that block, I don't think she'll go home, but I'm going to be really fucking pissed. Not only are you not... You're going against all the shit that you said. You said you didn't want to nominate a woman, you didn't want to nominate a minority, and you didn't want to nominate a mom or an old person. You're nominating all 3 in one. That's just so ridiculous. If the oldest person in the house goes home, like, especially when she's playing a great game. She's playing a great fucking game. She gets fucked up by this asshole. I'm going to be so pissed. He was initially going to target Brent. Okay, well, what happened? I'm sorry. Frenchie is pissing me off more and more as I'm watching the feeds. Wendy Williams is getting dragged on Twitter. I saw... Like, to be honest with you, I'll get to that in a second. Almost every time the super fans, they suck. Because they put on people that play too fast and aren't smart. They just, like, oh, god damn. Like, but Wendy is getting dragged because Wendy wasn't being a good journalist. Journalist is my other major. And she did what we call burying the lead. She should have led, instead of, like, it... I'm not gonna lie, I laughed at that, but it was really fucked up, and I feel bad for the family. But Wendy, what she should have done is, instead of leading with, do any of you know TikTok? Or do any of you know him? Clap your hands. I could see, do any of you know him? Clap your hands. Because maybe she's polling to see if there's interest. Or maybe she's trying to get the audience acquainted and see how much info she needs to give on him. With who Swavey, I didn't know who he was, but I'm not a TikTok person. But she, instead of starting to be funny where she's like, oh, he has more TikTok followers than me, and like, oh, like reading him by looking him up and down, because usually when she does that, she's being shady. She should have opened with, this is a 19-year-old named Swavey, he was murdered on Monday. That's what she should have opened with. Instead, she buried the lead, and the whole audience didn't know how to react. And by the way, I've been in the Wendy Williams audience, and Suzanne, you know, the Jewish lady that like is her producer or whatever that stands by her, Suzanne directs the audience. I mean, usually we laugh on our own and like we know how to react on our own. Like we don't really need a guidance, but she guides you on how to react. Like she guides you. She goes, go, ooh, ah, or ha 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 ha. Like she guides you on how to do it. So that's what makes it even more fucked up to me, that Suzanne was probably guiding these people to laugh. Like really think about that. Like Suzanne, you're not getting off scot-free either. OMG, I know the vid you're talking about. I gagged at the end. I don't think that, some people are like, should we cancel her? I'm like, no, we're not canceling Wendy over this shit. Like, calm down. Like, I don't think Wendy was trying to do harm, because when I watched the rest of the video, like, I watched the actual television episode, Wendy was being respectful afterwards. It's just, Wendy has an attitude about her where she's shady without trying to be shady. And I think people don't get that unless they watch her on the regular. And that's how you can see the difference between people that watch her and don't watch her. But I don't think Wendy was trying to be disrespectful. It's just, that's how Wendy is. That's how she's always been. That's how she always will be. No, we're talking about Wendy Williams, not Wendy from Survivor. Almost every time this, yeah. He wants Alyssa up because he said she looks like she'd be in a showmance. Okay, looks like she'll be in a showmance and is going to be in a showmance are different. You can't say that, oh, you look like you'll be in a showmance. You could say that about anyone. You could say that Brent looks like he's going to be... Okay, well, by that logic, Brent looks like he'd be in a showmance. Travis looks like he'd be in a showmance. Whitney looks like she'd be in a showmance because they're like the young, attractive people that usually get in the showmances on these show. Excuse me. My apologies. But I feel like anyone there could get into a showmance. Hannah could get into a showmance. Derek could go into a showmance. Both Dereks. Like, what does that mean? She looks like she'd be in a showmance. If the reasoning is she and Xavier are getting close, I think they could be a potential showmance. That's a reason to nom her. But you can't just nom her because she's a pretty young girl. Like, fuck off. Like, that's ridiculous. I love Wendy, but she's very fake and shady. I don't think Wendy is fake. She's just very shady. I think that she actually should be a little more fake because she's a little too real on her show. Like, y'all see that death video where she's saying death to the Spears family? Like, she even gasped herself because she probably was thinking it, but she didn't want to say it. I love Wendy. There's definitely moments where she's at where she's like goes a little too far, but I love Wendy, and like my dream is to be the next Wendy Williams. Even though I don't think I could ever be the next Wendy. There's never gonna be another Wendy, but I feel like I'm similar to her in the fact that we both don't censor ourselves at all and we just say it how it is because we don't really care. We're not trying to make people like us. I didn't need a pawn, but if I said I need a pawn, when you do it, crickets. I don't think... Okay, this is another thing. I don't think that you can be mad that no one wants to be a pawn, especially when you promise them safety. No one wants to be a pawn. No one wants to be a pawn. Especially the first week when we don't know where alliances are. It's different if alliances are formed and you know there's a majority. Like, no alliance has been formed. There's no way to know that you would be safe. The votes flip so many times. Like... Someone said Malcolm said all of this before nominations. I'm so drained. I agree with you, Malcolm, from Twitter. 1MMC Daniel. Travis wanted to target women. Who else is shocked? I'm not shocked, Noel. Like, I'm not shocked. Oh, Lord. Oh, I've been at this for 2 hours. Oh, my. It feels like... It's only 2 o'clock. Damn, I have not slept yet. It's okay. I'm probably gonna grab food. I need to complete my set. I might go live again later tonight on Twitch. If you don't know my Twitch is at slightlybitter with an AH. I do Mario Kart, Mario Party. I need 4 more followers on there to reach affiliate so I can start making money on there and get more viewers. So if y'all want to support me, that's my Twitch. Support me. I'm not logging off yet. Don't worry. Don't worry, y'all. I'm not logging off yet. If you guys have any recommendations on what... Oh, that's me talking on the Twitter. I actually need to save some of my videos on there. I also do have a Discord server, so if you want to know when I'm live, if you're not following me on, if you're not following me on Twitter with my same you can be in my Discord so you know whenever I'm going live. So that's all the links. Grab a drink and click the link. I thought that was a cute saying. Also, I need to get my logo fixed. But yeah, I feel like I've covered all the bases. Dylan, you should recap celeb gossip like Wendy. You'd be great. I've always wanted to do that. It's just that I don't feel like y'all... Well, I wanted to do that with Dylan Rants. I just don't know if y'all would like that because most of my people like when I do, Big Brother and all that stuff. I could do it. And hopefully y'all would enjoy it. I would hope y'all would enjoy it. So yeah, maybe I'll do it. I'll think about it. I'll download Twitch just so... Aw, thank you so much, Aaron. I'll think about it. You know what? Maybe we'll get some hot topics up in here. I would love to do that. That'd be so fun. Oh, and as far as recaps, like real recaps, Sheila is doing Evil Dick Show, Dick at Night, so I don't know if I'll be able to get her, but I'm gonna message her after this live, so hopefully I can. Raven, my good friend Raven, who played in I Love Money, it's really hard to get a hold of Raven. Raven never answers her message, but she said she'd want to do recaps with me, so at some point, maybe I'll be able to get her. And I'm going to try getting guests on the show as well. I know a couple of Big Brother people and Survivor people. So I'm going to try getting guests for y'all. If y'all have anyone you want me to get, leave a suggestion in the comments and I'll try my best to do a show. Last year we did a show with Rennie from BB10. I could try getting her again. So yeah, just let me know what y'all want to see, and I'll try doing it for you. Also, if you do want to see me talk about hot topics, let me know some topics. Some things I thought would be great was I wanted to do a Dylan rant on Free Britney, on Super Straight, which is so dumb. Maybe I could do on Wendy Williams. Hashtag COVID is not over. I could talk about that too. I could talk about a couple of things, a couple of hot topics. There's always stuff going on. There's always things that are interesting. But yeah, anyway, I will see you guys later on my Twitch for some gaming, some Nintendo, because I haven't given that to y'all in a minute. But yeah, oh, also, if y'all are fans of, whatchamacallit, of, South Beach Toe, I've been meaning to, get a reunion special for that show, because those people are very easy to reach out to, so I'm gonna try reaching out to those people and getting a reunion together, because I think it'd be really fun. Can I get Haley? You know what's crazy? Haley from BB20 used to follow me on my old Twitter, but that Twitter got deleted because I changed my age and they retroactively banned me. But I can send her a message and see if she answers, and I can try to get her on. I don't think she really does recap shows, but I could try. Oh, I could definitely get Rockstar. And I could definitely get Kevin. I could definitely get either of those. Kevin gave me his number once, but I just didn't save it, which was honestly dumb on my part. But yeah, any other people, just leave it in the comments section, and I'll be sure to check it out when I come back. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you. I really do. And I hope that I made your day a little less bitter, because you made my day a little less bitter. Anyway, like, subscribe, and be sure the next time you see me to grab a drink and click the link. I am Dylan, and I will see y'all real soon for my next bit of ass stream. Bye, y'all. Oh, I will try to get an All-Star 6 for my Drag Race fans. I will try to get an All-Star 6 recap in as soon as possible to catch up from episode 1 to the new episode that just dropped. I've been meaning to do that, but maybe I'll do that later tonight instead of the Twitch. I'll figure it out. Anyway, bye.